Hey y'all, Grown Black Folks Talk, back out on the climb. I had an entirely different plan for today, but I ended up choosing to come up onto the hill. It's a beautiful spring day, a herald of summer, and folks are out in crowds, and I didn't want to be in the crowd. Even before COVID, that's something that Sergeant Love taught me, and I already kind of believed it, but he really reinforced it. You know, most of the greatest things don't happen in the crowd. If you really want to see the things you need to see and have the experience you need to experience, you have to be willing to get by yourself a little bit. So instead, I came up on the hill today. And as I sit here, I'm looking down over the whole east side of the city, watching the highways as they go off into various aspects. And beyond it, the blue of San Francisco Bay, and way, way off there, the Sonora Grade, and also Mount Diablo. Way, way off there. It is a remarkable view. And this part of Duboce is lined by palm trees. This view is framed by palm trees. It's not something that you would ever see in Golden Gate Park in the flat. Golden Gate Park is wonderful. But today, what I have spent my time doing? Dealing with the crowds. This is much better. Was it harder to do? Yes. Was I tempted to go over into the park within easy walking distance? Sure. I have a foot that's not entirely 100%. And staging a climb up the hill was actually more difficult than average, just to make sure that I didn't re-injure that. Was it worth it? Yes. I've reconsidered the conversations of the last 2 weeks that I see many of us engaging in, and also even the last year. I got a phone call from a friend that wanted to rehash stuff of the last year, and I'm like, either get in or get out. I got hung up on. Because just like, I'm not going to lend you my ear for you to complain about things when you're compromised. Now, you either figure out what you want to do and stay involved with it, or get out of being involved with it. But over here, no. Because here's the thing. Nobody gets to waste my time. Now, in the case of this gentleman, he called me. So since he hung up, that's where we're going to leave it. We'll see what happens with that. I probably won't be discussing it. I'm just like, okay, people want to stay in the mess, and then they want you, when they get hurt in the mess, to listen to them talk about how traumatized and hurt they are. No. I climb out of situations for a reason. See, a lot of us are really stuck right there. And that's why the community is not going to get anywhere unless we as individuals choose to change it. You do not get to see this view from Golden Gate Park. You do not even get to see this view from Alamo Square Park. Now, Alamo Square Park has its own beautiful view, but you look up from Alamo Square Park to see this hill. So if you want the views from this hill, and even I'm not at the top of it, I have another halfway up this hill to go. And I know today, getting up there and getting back actually is not possible for me today. I plan to do that before the spring is done, or maybe early in the summer, but not today. So, but once you've done that, I allowed myself, cannot be angry with anyone else, to listen to some content on YouTube that I hit do not recommend on quite some time ago. And since I know human behavior and I know how much we love our compromises and how much we love our egos and how much we tend to gather people around us that do not trouble us so that we can stay right where we are, I knew already that I was going to be gravely disappointed. I allowed myself to do that anyway. That's on me. That's on me. Because if you have done the work to climb out of the mess, you should not ever allow yourself to go back and participate in even a casual involvement. That's on me. But I'm human. And because I'm human and because I care about even people I have left behind, sometimes you go back and hope and check on them and hopefully they are on the climb themselves. Not so much. In fact, there was even a little bit of a decline. But if you're not climbing up, chances are you're rolling down. That's just human life. You know, if I were to take half a year off and not exercise and eat some of the things that come to mind for me to eat, you always see me put all this weight I work to. Oop, there goes my hiking pole. All this work that I've worked to get off, you would see it come right back. Because that's how that works. And if I allowed myself to get back into the same old arguments, the same old conversations, within 6 months, my channel would be just a reflection of all the same old arguments and same old conversations. Guess whose job it is to make sure that doesn't happen? Mine. As I was in my journal today, I took the time to thank the Lord that He is enough, and that for no reason whatsoever, for the sake of no possession or companion, need I compromise what I know is foolery. I need not do that. I have my favorite cantata by Bach, Ich habe genug. I have enough, for I have my Savior. I don't have to. And so what I have to hold myself accountable to do is not go back to the crowd. I don't do Golden Gate Park on crowded days. I didn't prefer that before COVID. I certainly don't need to risk myself now. And if that means I have a lonelier path to a different seat that is harder to reach, I have to take that. Because I want to see what the crowd will never see. And to sit where the crowd cannot sit. And to have the tranquility of being able to stay for hours in a place that is safe and beautiful and wind protected, and where I can quietly do my journaling for an hour, make my content, and then finish my exercise for the next 2 days, because tomorrow is Mother's Day, in the walk back to the house. Happy Mother's Day. I know I don't know if I'm going to make any content tomorrow, but happy Mother's Day to all the mothers listening to me. I hope you have a wonderful day with your children. I encourage you to level up your day tomorrow. Do something that you really enjoy, and I hope you enjoy it. All right. Y'all have a good day now. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.